Greetings guys, this is Blaze Rich. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend. Hopefully Saturday's doing you well. Yesterday I started off by doing a couple of relic sites. Sorry I didn't get this video up yesterday, I don't know. I've enjoyed my holiday and I've been lazy. So yeah, whilst looking for some decent null holes and wormholes, just a decent low sec, doing a bit of relic sites just to sort of top up my losses, right? This is mainly the only ISK income that I have these days is relic sites. And the loot from PvP, but PvP's generally cost more S than I'm making just because of the amount of boosters and all these crazy things I'm consuming. So I make about 100 mil from the free relic sites that I do this morning. I get a sweet, null wormhole to Goonspace Delve, and I end up making use of this. Go to Delve and get some RA kills, nothing too crazy. But me and the boys have noticed that Delve's actually been pretty good for PvP recently. So I was very pleased to find something like this. Delve's generally the wormhole that we kind of want these days. So yeah, and I'm going through this and we get some good content. You know, not like any crazy stuff, but I take a couple trips through there just to, see what the area's about. Okay, I head to Goonspace. First in my Carrickle Navy issue with hams, got the web, got the scrams, got the adaptive. It's like kind of a brawly dude. I don't think it's going to be that great, but it should be good fun, right? Like, I really enjoy ham boats. I don't actually get any crazy fights here. I just kill like a bunch of miners. Thankfully that Rokh wasn't paying attention, because had that Rokh probably been paying attention, he could have wrecked his buddy or panicked, right? Just to save his little dude, but no, he wasn't. He must have been away from keyboard or something. So yeah, just get a couple get frags, get a cover tar. I was hoping that these guys were all AFK, because once I landed on them, they were both Azure MS. I was like, oh yes, 4 cover hull kills, but no. I was also thinking to switch Scram to one of those guys before he warped out to stop his warping and switch back to this guy. But I think I was too late on locking and Scramming another dude, so I was planning on doing this, but they all warped off before then. So yeah, some nice mining curls. Okay, this was a neat little fight I got in the morning. Came back from Goonspace. I was just chilling in Amac 8, I believe, just looking for some, nice little low set content whilst I wait for some boys to get on, then we'd go to that Delve hole. No one came on! I was distraught because we could have, caused carnage in there if I had a couple of dudes on. But, Kestrel first, not too interesting a fight. I see the Thrasher on 1AU and I'm like, ooh! So Thrasher's coming in. Again, I'm always orbiting Thrashers immediately at 500 just in case they are that RHU web fit. But we'll see that this guy's actually autos. And then it's far easier to just transition into like a long... I'm not sure if I turn into a long orbit or just keep him at... I think I keep him at yet. I believe I see that he's autocannons, then yeah, I put range there. Just like so, getting these for fall off. Because the fall off in Thrashers isn't too great if you're not using Barrage. And once I'm at this keep at, you'll notice that he's doing very little DPS to us, if nothing. He also has a little newt there, which is quite interesting. Had to be orbiting close. Could have potentially newted us out, but that's not the plan in that situation. So I just chill here whilst we're applying full DPS. He's applying very minimal DPS. And yeah, we pretty much have it at this point, unless he switches to Barrage or something, but it's a bit late at this point. Okay, this was a really sick fight, man. This fight actually gave me the shakes. I don't often get the shakes in a fight. I think it's because I'm so invested in this hook build now. We are now at 60 kill marks in our hook build. 40 more to go, boys. Hopefully, I haven't jinxed myself. Probably have. But I thought we were going to lose this at this point. He's neuting us incredibly fast. I don't know if he's using talismans implants. I know he's using A-type neuts, right? I believe talismans are the ones that increase your reduce your cycle amount, so you nose faster, right? I'm getting that correct. I think it's talismans. We get newed out ridiculously fast. I'm like, okay, and then this is when I start to freak out because you notice how we aren't applying as well because I started off with Rage Scourge. So my thought process here is, goddamn, do I stick with Rage here or do I switch to faction? Had I stuck with Rage this whole fight, it would have been dire for me, so I do end up switching to Kaldari Navy Scourge. I'm like, oh god, this guy can warp off at any time he needs. But I thought I was done for here, man, because he seems to be tanking. I'm not sure how well I'm going to apply with my faction missiles. I've got the heat on the go. I am praying. I'm shaking at this point. This is super awesome. This is why PvP is probably like the best PvP in any game, I feel. But I noticed I'm breaking him here. I'm like, okay, fantastic. So I was pretty much expecting him to warp off at this point, or yeah, just warp off. But he stays like a man, and it's gonna be super close, boys. But we do end up taking it. So GF to that gentleman, because that was a fun fight. Okay, this is a cool little wolf I'm up against here. This is actually a 10 wolf. I'm actually surprised how well I apply with this hook build. With the, cause like usually when stuff's going so fast with an AB, even with the dual whips, you're not going to apply fully with rage. I'm not sure as well. I can't really see his speed here. I don't know whether he's actually activated his AB or not. But you do notice we aren't applying like completely fully. We're doing enough as to where it's like just like nuking through him. The wolves and jags usually either have a kinetic hole if they don't plug it, or the expo hole. So kinetics usually really good ammo to shoot against Mimitar T2. So this is a very unfortunate thing for this wolf. I think he's punched ADC or he's heating his AB at this point. So we aren't applying as well. I think it might be the AB. So yeah, I was expecting it to be sort of like this, right? Like 98, 99, 100. But yeah, GF to that guy. No one had faith that my small beam Rokh would be excellent. And it was glorious, boys. Thanks so much for these guys for giving me another good fight. These are the Thrasher dudes who we fought in that Drake Navy a little while ago. They're probably sick of my like weird like application fits. So dude, this thing's doing like 600 DPS heated with small beams if we're using multi. If we're using regular, if we're hitting out to like what, 24 optimal, and then something fall off so we can still project out the kiters. It's a beast. We've got an XL extra large piff X type shield prepper. You know, it can tag like a beast. And yeah, this is a fun little engagement, man. People were giving me a lot of shit for this, but this is pretty much exactly what I want this Rokh to do. To be very good at like projecting to like say like destroyer gangs and like force off or be able to compete with like cruisers. So I had like brawler cruisers came in here. 600 DPS is nothing to scoff at. And especially with all the tracking we have. I believe you had like 200 tracking with, is it drop? Is the one that increases your tracking, the one that I took. But yeah, you'll notice that we're still applying very well out to these guys. They do end up wising up, noticing that I don't have a long point, and they do end up like dipping as I get them low. I think I'm going to switch it out and put a long point as opposed to the scrap. So I feel like if something's MWDing close towards me with the grappler, that might actually be beneficial to me. Then, of course, if there's stuff like kiting out like this, I can always long point it before they warp off, and I could got a bunch more kill mills. The only thing that worries me about this fit is actually being frigates, because I feel like they might actually be able to get underneath the guns, just with the grappler and then the 200 tracking speed. I think that might be possible for them to do so. So yeah, I've like, that's another fight, man. It's like, yesterday was full of really good fights. That Kruger fight and this one in particular were amazing, by the way. Like, both of these fights gave me shakes, man. I was like, yes! It was also very nice to see how well we could apply to these frigates. Because I believe these guys are MWD. So once you switch off the MWD, the grappler on them, you notice we're just like going, nuking through them. Which is very nice. I was curious to see how well this fit would do. But yeah, it seems to be doing lovely. Like, this is the perfect fleet for this Rokh, I feel. Yeah, I'd be curious to see how well it goes against, say, like a little cruiser gang. But in that situation, I feel like you're probably better off with, like, heavy guns, right? Like, or just, like, rapid heavies and, say, like, a Raven or something. But, yeah, this is perfect for this gang. So, I need to thank these guys again, but they always bring good fights and their props. I also bait tank for this fight. I don't know if I'd do a good enough job of this. I should maybe bleeded some hull. Just to make them stay a bit longer, maybe get a couple more Thrasher kills. But yeah, if they do wise up, warp out as soon as they get low here, which is a wise play. But I'm not scramming or pointing them, there's no reason for them to stay and die. So yeah, just like a line out, 2 DPS me, and warp if needed. So yeah, at this point, I'm just like trying to get some frags, you know, hoping that they don't notice they're getting low or something, or maybe they aren't aligned. Yeah. I feel I'm very confident in my fit now. I'm getting over repping. I've got a bunch of cap charges left. This Rokh can tank like a beast, man. I think I do have crystals in at this point. Now I popped improved blue pill. So we are going pretty hardcore. So again, thank you so much. These guys end up warping off, and I believe that is an engagement. Yeah, GF boys. That is us, boys. That's all the content I got in the last couple of days. Some really amazing fights, man. That Rokh fight and that Crow fight were what I play E for. I'm just, that buzz, you know, that adrenaline rush. Super good. And GF to both of those parties. GF to everyone I fought. Enjoyed the rest of your weekend. I know I sure will, boys. Trying to get your video up tonight. It really all depends, like, in the, like, what engagements and stuff we get. Hopefully get you some good ones. Yes! Okay, enjoy your Saturday, Sunday, and yes, I might get you some video up today, if not tomorrow. Okay, take care, boys, take care.